As an electrician, I've installed a lot of downlights, and I've seen them develop from the very earliest incarnations, which consisted of a metal ring, the world's smallest connector block with no earth connection, and terminals that would just about accept bell wire if you trimmed it down a bit. It also had an annoying metal bracket that fell out from the springs as soon as it went into the ceiling, and as much fire protection as a heavily insured failing hotel. Nowadays, manufacturers do actually seem to think about the installation process and the poor soul who's installing it. And we've seen all kinds of features to make electricians' lives easier, from push-fit terminals to colour switching to IP ratings and so on and so on. However, we think this might be the one, the ultimate downlight for electricians to install and keep customers happy. It's a joint project between QuickWire, the people changing the way we make electrical connections, and Ricoman, the Manchester-based lighting manufacturer. It feels like QuickWire have combined all the best points of all the other downlights into this one clever package. Let's get into them. Now, I'm going to discuss my very favourite feature at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But you'll notice something significant as soon as you open the box. There's not a single piece of plastic packaging to be found. No plastic bag surrounding the fitting. Even the cardboard box is printed direct without that shiny film on it. Then the fitting itself, you'll notice, is really compact. Just 53mm from the face to the back of the unit, and only requiring a 70mm cutout. And if you're installing it into a ceiling on the ground floor or under a flat roof, it only needs 20mm of clearance above the top of the fitting once it's been installed. Fire-rated fitting offering 30, 60 and 90-minute protection for both standard and I-joist ceilings. The flex connecting it enters the fitting on this domed section, and because that puts it at an angle, this means it doesn't foul the hole on entry, but also doesn't have to bend tightly if it's in a shallow void. Moving down the fitting, it's got this sealing ring that helps it maintain its IP65 rating, and unlike a lot of recessed downlights, it's also got an IP rating for the rear of the luminaire as well, at IP54. So if you wanted to really annoy Gordon, you could install them in your customer's soffits. The usual decorative ring, and this is removable and replaceable with a range of other options, including chrome, brushed chrome and black, but hiding under here is this little ceiling flap, and behind that is a little switch that allows you to change the output of the light between a warm 3000 Kelvin and a neutral 4000 Kelvin. Placing the switch there is such a smart move, because if you want to change the colour after installation, maybe because the customer changes their mind about the light output, it's effortless to access it by twisting the bezel off rather than removing the whole thing out of the ceiling. Another great feature is highlighted by the location that I've installed the fittings in here. This bay window area is always a little oasis of gloom in the evenings, especially with the big light on. So I've popped two of them in this area. They have an efficacy of 100 lumens per watt, making them super efficient and are rated at 6 watts, so they have an output of 600 lumens. 1200 lumens in this tiny area is a bit excessive. We're looking to lift the gloom a little, not make it visible from space. So it's a huge advantage that the fittings are dimmable, and I can dial their brightness down to a more suitable level for this application. Now, however, we come to the pièce de résistance, the single best feature of this fitting. As you'd expect with the beautiful geniuses that are QuickWire, it's all about the connection. But this fitting makes use of their T-connector plug and socket. It comes with the plug pre-connected to the fitting, and the socket half is included in the box. This socket features the innovative QuickWire shuttle connection. All you do is strip the cable to the correct dimensions, made even easier with the QuickWire flat cable stripper. Line the conductors up with the correct terminals, no earth sleeving required. Once you feel resistance, check the sheath is within the cord grip and the conductors are visible through the little window, and then just push the shuttle home until it snaps in place and you're done. If you're connecting up a fitting with another one connected to it, then just repeat the process on the other side, and that's the connections completed. If you're at the last fitting and the other terminal isn't being used, then close that connection shut and it's good to go. Now you can carry out your insulation resistance testing on the circuit, and the fitting won't get damaged and it won't give you false readings either. Then it's just a matter of connecting the plug and socket together and pushing the fitting home. Unbelievably quick and easy to install.